Sinarado na Jesus ine, ayda niya gonarato nula leha gonara amen. Matthew 19, about divorced. They asked, Matthew 19:3. The murderers came to me and tested me, the tester of their habits, HEVITS. They asked me, is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife for every reason? I said, no. Unless if you are not married in a spirit. For what my Father joined together, let no one be separate. That means about your souls. That means a spirit's journeys. If throughout your spirits you receive another spirit, which is the Father has given you, that you become in flesh, and He will lead you into His own very church. There is a Father's true church, which, as I said, it is my Father's church. It is my Father's temple. Why are they selling anything? They're selling all those stuff around it. So I got mad and throw everything. Well, Chapnel Elohim strength, because I cannot move like this when I am in flesh. But when my Father joined together, or His Father and my Father joined together, can we say something else? No. For what they've joined, no one cannot separate, or it'll be a joyful Israel's. What do I mean? Fight, war. Why, women? Because I am what my Father wants for His, for His Son. Shekinah glory, the deity that He does not want me to give to anyone. No, humans, it's not. Divorce is a very painful thing, which is, it's not suitable for anyone to leave your wife because you want to shag someone else. If you truly believe in God, why would you divorce the wife that you wanted so much? It is disgraceful. It is disgraceful, humans. To divorce someone after you've been wanting it is a false love. Marrying someone is not a food that you can swallow it and then when you've had enough eating it, you can throw it out. It isn't like that. It's like divorcing it after you've wanting it. In the true church of God, it is written, what God has joined together, let no one separate. for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health. Why? In sickness and in health, meaning to say, even if you get bombarded with one another, you must cope with it. Why? You've been wanting it. You ask God to be together, to be joined with that, not. And then when it was given to you, you torn it apart. Let it leave you if you don't want it. You know? For love is, it will always come back if it's for you. But when you become one flesh, united with it, you leave it. You leave your father to live with your wife, not to leave your wife to leave your father. You know? Not to leave your wife to live with your father. You got it, humans? Ekroved, it's sickness. Divorce is sickness. About parties. Just because man wants to shag something and because woman finds someone else. You know? That is why this world become like this. I've been into this, humans. I was asked for it. I was basically threatened for it. But because we're not married in the Church of God, it was for me to only receive His name so that He could be connected into me and my, I just say to me, to make sure that He is literally a sacrifice when I didn't want to get married. To make sure that I obeyed my Father in heaven. I did what I never wanted, to get married, because I wanted to wait for the King. When I was 19. You know? I've sacrificed just so I could save the humanity since the very beginning when I incarnate as the Word made flesh. For this end, because we knew that Raphael will be seen again. I've hurt his feelings. Because I choose the Lord. So he threatened me to divorce him, but I said I will never ever sign that. We are not joined together in spiritual. It is only to become my name. And it is one of those things that I'm hurt about. Because I learned to fall. I would say it's in the world you call it the wrong man. Because I never want to get married, but for my Father in heaven who sent me, I obey these things. He did not let me get married in the church where Neil want to marry me. You know? It was like a silver wed. We just went in, sit down, basically just on the paper. Just to make sure, because this end humans is a judgment of the flesh. It's a judgment of the flesh that I am making sure that none of the heavenly bodies would perish. I become the brothers and sisters of the rest of the tribes, except of this one. Throughout incarnations, I am the brothers and sisters. In this end, I become Mother Magdala's. Because of you been making me and her when I was TSUS. When I was 15, my father sent me around one afternoon. He wanted to see me and talk to me. Literally, he wanted to speak to me through Yahweh. And said to me, Dort, this end is a fleshly desires of man. I want you to find your brothers Raphael's, Archangel of Raphael's, so that they can tell me where is Raphael. I've come to the place far from the island where I came from, where my father was sending me to. Through that, I found Raphael, and I have to tie the knot with him in the flesh, for him to connect through me and to his tribes, to make sure all is not separated. I never covet anything in my life. All I've been doing throughout incarnations is obey my Father who sent me. To use my face as his angelic daughter, who has fires with all the tribes, as the beloved one of my brothers and sisters. This is the sacrifice I've done to the earth. Wanting to get married, wanting only for the king. For my father, I did what I did, just like in the beginning, making Adam like a skin wherever I experiment, I leave it. And every mess I do, cleanse by Neil. Chapnel Elohim, whom you called Yahweh, was the Lucifer who always followed me. As I was a child, he was waiting to grow up, to learn things, to accept that I am whom you called Eheye, Kodesh, Keter, the crown thorns. These things I could not accept that it was I, the whom you call Jesus. For I thought as well it was a man. After I've seen everything in heaven, that's when I realized. Now I know why I don't speak any other lingo other than a word that I never heard in the world. It's what you called thanks. So divorce was never permitted in the beginning, for it is disgraceful to God the Father, who joined you together throughout incarnations. You've been from one to another, and many have got it right until I was sent to get things right.